Okay, Mason, Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0. Got better winning ways, and we've sent Ipswich down to the Championship.
Yeah, at least we've bounced back after last Saturday. Pleasing with the win. Shaky at start, I would say, but yeah, at least we got the win.
Absolutely, I mean, they were coming at us at times in our first half a little bit. We had opportunities ourselves. I mean, shame we had a goal disallowed for a foul on their goalkeeper.
It wasn't even a foul. I was sitting in front of it. It wasn't even a foul. He didn't even touch him. He didn't even touch him.
Well, it got given. So Ben Johnson was booked for a yellow card for diving, and then not that long after that, really, he's then sent off for a second yellow for pulling. I mean, you can't get away with that one. You're on a yellow card. You give the referee an option, no choice there.
Stupid. I think it was stupidity from Ben Johnson. I think he let his team down because he had a chance of getting into the game, but I think that red card did kill him.
I mean, it did, didn't it? It did. I mean, got the penalty, which VAR had a look at, but we got it. Isak finally slotted away coolly. We needed that goal just before half time.
We did. The referee was shite again.
Yeah.
Just I'm not being biased, but it was for both teams there. It had to be. What was NCO doing?
Well, yeah.
At least we got the penalty. At least we went 1-0 up at just before half time.
That was it. Okay, second half, you thought, right, it's time. We need to bury these in the second half. They're down to 10 men, and that's what we had to do. Burn puts us 2-0 up as well. That's what we needed, an early goal in the second half.
And he did. Well taken head on, obviously, more momentum on the game, and well taken header by Burn.
Yeah, it was. I'm delighted as well. Right, let's talk about Asula, because I'm absolutely delighted for the kid today. It's a great caller from Trippier, and Asula just gets an absolute perfect header on that and to make us 3-0. I'm absolutely buzzing for the kid. I mean, people were writing this kid off too soon, but it was a great header from Asula.
I've always wanted to give him a chance, and obviously I'm delighted for him to get the goal. Good bullet header, good bullet header and all. And I'm delighted for him as well. First goal in the Premier League and for Newcastle, and I'm pleased for him.
Yeah, well, of course, first goal in the Premier League as well. I mean, Ipswich, we know they're down, but you know what? Fair play to their fans, to staying all the way at the end. I thought their fans were really good today, to be fair, and I mean, yeah, commiserations, Ipswich Town, that they are down. But do you know what I liked between the both of the club was the chant for Sir Bobby Robson, of course.
We weren't going to. Fair play to both sets of fans for Bobby Robson. I wasn't around when Bobby Robson was manager. I think I was only a year old when he got sacked. Good banter between the fans, and well taken for Mr. Bobby Robson chant as well.
Yeah, absolutely, it was. It really was. Okay, so Brighton next week. They are a bit of a bogey team for us, but they only just won the day 3-2. To be fair, can we try and end that bit of dodgy run against them on Sunday?
Hopefully, I'm not a bogey team, but we as well go with it. We've got the confidence back, and hopefully we can try and get the win down there. And can I just say a quick message to the city of Cardiff? Enjoy League One, you bastards!
I knew that was coming. Anyway, thank you, buddy. Right, James. Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0. Back to winning ways, and we've sent Ipswich down back to the Championship.
To be quite honest, I'll give credit to all the Ipswich fans, bringing loads of fans for them to get relegated. To be quite honest, I've seen loads of Ipswich fans around Shavers Bar, around the Strawberry, around outside St James's for the Sir Bobby Robson statue. I give them credit. I wish to stay it up, but Kieran McKenna has been a brilliant manager for them. But I feel really sorry for them to go down. I really, really do. But we've got to focus on the Champions League. We're back in third now. That's all I care about. Champions League football, and then, honestly, I'll say again, I really, really feel sorry for all the Ipswich fans who travelled up here. I really, really do. But one thing positive, I hope Sunderland stay down. And then, but honestly, I feel so sorry for the Ipswich fans. I see loads of Ipswich fans just stand outside the Strawberry, outside the Gallagher, and I really, honestly, before the start of the season, I said, look, I wanted Ipswich to stay up, but
yeah, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, for them? Again, we owe commiserations to them, to be fair. Like, they were great, their fans today, to be fair. I mean, we had a goal disallowed, didn't we? They were coming out with a couple of times in our first half, but of course, what kills them as well is Ben Johnson sent off. I mean, he was booked for diving in the first, and then it's a second yellow for pulling, and I mean, he's give the referee no option there but to be sent off.
He's give the referee no option. I mean, Ben Johnson used to play for West Ham, and obviously he's absolutely just got sent off for a deliberate reason. If I was Kieran McKenna, I'd be like, yeah, I would say you've got us relegated because you got sent off, and obviously you give Newcastle 3 goals. But the most important thing, I'm delighted for Asula. Got his first Premier League goal. The last goal he scored was against Bromley in the FA Cup. But to be quite honest with you, commiserations for all the Ipswich fans who travelled up here, and obviously they've got Championship football next season. But I feel really sorry for all the Ipswich fans who came up here. And I mean, I spoke to Alex Griffin, Ipswich fan, YouTuber, and then commiserations for Ipswich and for every single fan who's travelled to all the away games and home games this season. Commiserations for them.
We got the penalty just finally before half time. We got the goal, which we really needed, didn't we? Good penalty by Isak.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that Eze penalty against Crystal Palace, that was absolutely shocking. Nick Pope, easy save that. But for me, I would say the Ipswich keepers should have done better. But we've got the 3 points, back in third, fight for this Champions League spot, and hopefully we can just keep this form going. So,
yeah, I mean, and we got going early in the second half. I mean, Dan Burn put us 2-0 up again. We needed that second early goal. I just said we had it. We just need to bury these in the second half, and good header from Dan Burn to put us 2-0 up.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I thought the header at Wembley was better, but at least Dan Burns got his goal at St James's. So is Asula. Fair play to them. Fair play to Isaac as well, because he hasn't scored in a while. But roll on the next game. If we get 3 points in the next game, well, if we get I would take about 8 points for the next 3 games, and that's us in the Champions League spot for next season, because Champions League, that's what we really want for us Newcastle fans around the nation. But
yeah,
let's just hopefully we can just get the Champions League next season.
Yeah, as you mentioned, delighted for Asula. People have been writing the kid off quite early at times as well. Hasn't been given time in the Premier League. But let's talk. The header was absolutely perfection. I mean, it's a great corner from Trippier. And Asula just thought, right, I'm getting my head onto this. What a header.
Absolute better header. But as long as we've got our manager back on the touchline after he's been in hospital for the last 3 games, he was back. The atmosphere was absolutely unreal. Obviously, when Eddie Howe came out of that tunnel to handshake Kieran McKenna, unreal. I'm so glad Eddie Howe's back from hospital. Jason Tindall's done a belter job. We've got the win against Man United, Palace, and now we lost to Villa away. But also we've got the 3 points at against Ipswich. But as I say, commiserations for Ipswich to go back down for a season. All the 3 promoted teams were, I would say, a bit shocking, but Southampton were absolutely shocking this season. Yeah. I mean, obviously they lost to Fulham today, 11 points from all game, to be quite honest. But all the games they played Southampton, all the games, they've been pathetic. But the team, out the three promoted teams that were there, Ipswich have done really well.
Yeah, they have done at times. Bright next week, bit of a bogey team for us, but they only just won the day. But can we do a win against there to keep it going again?
I'll take a draw. To be quite honest, I'll take a draw. And then obviously we've got, I think it's Chelsea at home. I think
I think we can beat those.
But if we get a draw against Brighton, and then we get a win against Chelsea, and then just roll on the next few games, hopefully we just get a few points in the bag and then get Champions League football next season.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Very welcome.
Right, James. Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0. Back to winning ways, and we've sent Ipswich back down to the Championship.
Well, let's just say it was just basically men against boys today, to be honest. Like, I thought we started off quite slow, to be honest. And like, we was getting our rhythm just to get into the game. We were keeping the possession like what we'd expect to do against Ipswich, and then obviously, yeah, and then it came to the moment I remember off my head was the one where Bruno apparently fouled the player and the goal went in and it got disallowed. And that was the first moment of fully true that was there for us, but got disallowed in the end.
Yeah, which is a little bit of a shame, wasn't it? Yeah. But which take us a bit of a time. But do you know what? Ipswich going down to 10 men doesn't help them at all. Of course, Ben Johnson, he was booked for diving, and then he's then pulling, and he's given the referee no option but to give him a second yellow.
Well, that dive was just blatant. Honestly, I had a good view of it from the other side of the pitch, man. It was just blatant. Why do that? Like, you're supposed to be a professional footballer, like Cowie. And then the other one, yeah, had no option, like you say, send them off.
Yeah, that's it, absolutely. But we got the penalty, yeah, which we needed. I know VR had to look at it first, but it was given. Nice penalty by Isak as well. That we needed that goal in that first half.
Well, I just about to say it was blatant penalty. They didn't need to check VAR for me. Honestly, I had a good view of it. It was blatant penalty. I knew it was going to be given either way if it went to VAR, but good penalty, and it put us a good momentum for going into the second half.
Yeah.
As we went into half time.
Absolutely, it did, didn't it? And we get the early goal second half. I just said we just need to bury this lot in the second half, and Ben gets our second goal early in the second half. Good header.
Oh, it was good header. He just leaped over everyone and just done what Ben usually does and just puts it in the back of the net, which I'm fully expecting with his height, but yeah.
Totally, yes. We need to talk about Asula. People have been writing the kid off quite too early at times. Got his opportunity the day. I mean, and let's talk about, I'm absolutely delighted for the kid. It was a great corner from Trippier. And Asula, perfect header. What a header. What a way to get your first goal in the Premier League for Newcastle.
Well, I've been saying ever since he's came, and the highlights I've seen of him, I think he's been good. But at times he just needs to, just cool down a little bit and start, like he was doing it a bit a day, yeah. He was doing all them fancy skills, reminded us of Maxim a bit back in the day, and obviously he needs to calm down a little bit with that, I would say. But he did all right, and he got the header, perfect header, I would say. Yeah. What I saw on the screen up Lisa's corner, and yeah, I've been saying from day one he's been all right. He just needs to gel in the team and get his chance. That's all he needed, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely, totally. It was a great header. As I said, I'm absolutely delighted for him. I really am absolutely delighted for him. As well, so yeah, I mean, referee wasn't great the day, we know. I mean, fair play to their fans, staying all the way behind, applauding their team at the end, to be fair. I mean, what I loved again about the connection with the both fans is the Bobby Robson chant.
Well, it happened at different parts of the game, to be fair, that chant, where Ipswich did start it from Lisa's end, and then it went all the way around with Newcastle fans, and the whole stadium was singing it basically, and that got us a little bit emotional, to be fair, about Bobby Robson between the two clubs as well. And then at the end, when full-time whistle, all the Newcastle fans in the Lisa's corner, I don't know if Warren knew about this, but all turned around and just clapped up to the Ipswich fans, which I thought that was brilliant by the Newcastle fans.
Brighton away next Sunday, a bit of a bogey team for us. I mean, they only just won 3-2 today. Mm-hmm. Can we win down there?
It would be a big ask, I think.
Says we can't. If we can get back with the win away, surely the win today will help us as well. So
I would expect us to try and win at least by a few goals, maybe a 2-1, I would say, against Brighton. It would do me, and it would do for Newcastle to get back into the Champions League that we need to get back up to be honest. And also, I do agree, bogey team, haven't won down there for quite a while. If I can't remember the last.
This is the Championship when we won down there.
Yeah, we need to get a win in the Premier League down there. And yeah, I would say we'll win by 2-1 against Brighton. That's my early prediction.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, James. Right, Lawrence, Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0. Back to winning ways. Ipswich, we've sent them down back to the Championship.
Aye, just need to get that win after the disappointment of last week. First half wasn't our best, but second half it was comfortable for us. I mean, I know it helped that they went down to 10, but just got the job done.
That's the main thing, yes, absolutely. Take with it just a little bit of time to get going in that first half. I mean, what did you make about the disallowed goal? Was it the right decision?
I can see why he's disallowed it. I want to have another look at that. Yeah, I was just a bit frustrated. I mean, I was hoping it'd be a repeat of Bruno's first goal here against Leicester, but that initially got disallowed and then they overturned that. But I'll have to have a look at that, see it was the right call.
Yeah, well, Ben Johnson, he was booked for diving in the first half, and then he's pulling, and he's just given the referee absolutely no choice but to give him a second yellow card. I mean, you cannot do that.
I know Ipswich were all but down until today. I mean, let's be honest. I know West Ham have lost, but even if they won today, they weren't going to win their remaining games. But that was just silly from him. You're on a yellow card.
When you go and pull like that, you're not going to get away with that, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. But we got the penalty, Lawrence, just before half-time, which is what we needed. Cool penalty by Isak. We needed that before half-time.
We did. It was getting a bit frustrating, but I think it just gave her a boost to score that penalty kick. It's a good penalty from him. I mean, he showed Neze how to score one at the Leazers.
Oh, yes, he did, didn't he? Absolutely. And I thought, second half, let's just bury this lot now, which is what we had to do. I mean, but then we got the early goal in the second half through Dan Burn. Good header.
It was, and I think it was glad to see him get his first Premier League goal of the season. I know, obviously, he scored in the cup final, but his first league goal of the season. But a really good header from him, and you just knew, Ipswich were not going to come back.
No, that was it. Let's talk about Asula. I mean, people have been writing the lad off too early. People have been complaining he hasn't been getting the minutes. He came on today. What a great corner from Trippier. And what a header. What a way to get your first goal in the Premier League for Newcastle.
Yes, what a header from him. So far he's been decent. He's good for. He's got versatility, which is something that, how to describe it, isn't an underrated attribute. We could say that. You can play right wing, where we've had the issues for the season. He's looked better on the right wing than Miggy did. It was a brilliant header from him, his first goal in the Premier League, and hopefully we'll see more of him next season, because we're going to need to do more rotation with Europe.
That's it, isn't it? I mean, the whole connection between us and the Ipswich fans with the whole Sir Bobby Robson thing, I mean, that was a really, really nice thing to see, I thought.
It's brilliant, and I think I saw an Ipswich scarf on the statue, which was great to see.
Yeah, they did.
Coming into the ground. It's always great to remember him, whenever we play Ipswich.
Well, it is, wasn't it? Fair play to their fans as well, staying all the way behind to applaud the team as well, despite going down. I mean, I thought their fans were really good today.
Yeah, they were. They brought quite a good following, and just wish them well for next season.
That's it, absolutely. Brighton away next Sunday. I mean, bit of a bogey team for us. Only just won the day as well. Can we change that maybe on Sunday?
We can. It's going to be hard. Want to potentially take a draw down there, but no reason why we can't go down there and win. We've already won at the Emirates, and for the first time in 14 years.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan. Newcastle United 3, Ipswich Town 0, back to winning ways, and we've sent Ipswich back down to the Championship.
We need to bounce back following last week's dismal defeat at Villa, and we did just that. Good performance, but quiet first half. Then the red card changed the game, got the penalty. Then second half it was all us really. Nick Pope had now to do, and commiserations to Ipswich. They came out of the Premier League after 20 plus years, and I got to give them credit for giving it a good go.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, definitely. I mean, just shame we had a goal ruled out for apparently foul on their goalkeeper. Apparently, we'll have to say it back probably because it was down the other end. But the sending off of Ben Johnson, he was booked for diving, and when you're on a yellow card and you pull someone like that, I mean, you can't, you give the referee no option but to give you a second yellow for that.
Just one word about that opinion. That's stupid. He was just stupid, really. I mean, you get the yellow card, you dived. The referee wasn't taking any nonsense with it. You know, we were sitting right in front of him when he dived, and then I know it was at the other end, but you can see him. He just dragged back Isaac, and I think he just lost his head, and I think he just gave up as well. I think he was just giving up because of the situation Ipswich were in. So yeah, stupid. That's all I can say about Ben Johnson.
Yeah, we got the penalty. Took a bit of time again, but Isaac slotted that away nicely, I thought.
Definitely. I mean, what's new with long VAR checks this season? So
frustrating.
I know, but yeah, it was a definite penalty. I believe it was Murphy that got fouled and to build up, and the defender was nowhere near the ball. So yeah, 100% penalty, and Alex Isaac, another penalty goal from 22 for the Premier League now this season.
Absolutely, yep, definitely. Second half, I was saying it's just time to bury this lot in the second half. I mean, and we got the early goal. Dan Byrne put us 2-0 up. Good header it was.
You'll never ever beat Dan Byrne. But yeah, you know, that's what he does. You know, he towers over you, and you know, the local lads, never in doubt really that he was going to go and just bury that header.
Absolutely, yes. Right, let's talk about William Asula. People have been writing the lad off a bit too early at times. Some people have been frustrated. He hasn't been getting the game time as well. But great to see him come on the day. Let's talk about the header goal. It was a great corner from Trippier. Asula, right place, right time. What a header. What a way to get your first goal in the Premier League for Newcastle with that.
The lad fully deserved it. And I always said when we signed Asula, I said the kid's got great potential. Give him time. But I think this season he's definitely developed a lot, like other players like Lewis Hall. And he came on today, and yeah, he was absolutely spot on. I mean, good header for the ball all from Trippier's corner. And even after the corner, you know, he knew he was going for more. He had motivation. So yeah, you've got to give the kid a lot of credit, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him.
Hopefully we will do next season. Hopefully we will as well. I mean, what I like today as well, good connection from us fans and their fans as well, with the whole chanting for Sir Bobby Robson. Obviously, that was a really, really good, nice thing to hear today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, Bobby's main 2 points of his career was Newcastle and Ipswich. Obviously, what he did with Ipswich and being the local lad in town. Yeah, great thing to see. That's a good connection I like to see with the Ipswich fans. And like I said, they deserve a lot of credit as well for making a lot of noise despite their team getting relegated.
Yeah, I mean, fair play to their fans staying all the way to the end as well to applaud their team after relegation was confirmed for them again. Fair play to them. I thought their fans were really good today.
Yeah, definitely. We saw some of them earlier in the bars when we were getting ready for the match, and all of them seemed really canny. So yeah, I'm hoping to see Ipswich again in the Premier League soon.
Yeah, hopefully we will. It is Brighton away next week. A bit of a bogey team for us at times, but they only just won the day 3-2. I mean, can we try and end that? A bit of a rotten run. We've yet to beat them in the Premier League away from home yet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know we haven't got the best record away at Brighton, so and even I believe in the Championship we did win them, and that was last time we won at the Amex. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be another 15 there, making a last push for Europe as well. But I fancy a draw next Sunday.
Well, we'll see. We want the points to keep going for top Champions League for the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, we're nearly there now. 4 games to go. All 4 games are not impossible. So, you know, we've just got to make that last push now. I mean, even if we do miss out on Champions League, we're guaranteed Europe nevertheless. So, can't complain too much.
Well, that's it. Thank you all very much.
Cheers, buddy.